Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. What I'd like to ask you to do first of all is, because we always forget, to just turn off your electronic devices so that they don't interrupt the event. And the other thing I would like to ask, and this is going to be rough, but you're wearing campaign paraphernalia with your t-shirts. So what I would like to ask you to do, it's a big favor, but could you turn your t-shirts around? No. It's against our rules. And the reason why is because it's like holding up the campaign sign. And it could be for either one of you. Be doing it. So I'm going to tell you this. If you're not willing to do it, it's a sign of disrespect for our rules. We're doing this, voluntarily and to keep it fair. So it is disrespectful of that, but I'm not going to, what can I do? You don't want to take them off and turn them around, you don't want to take them off and turn them around. But we do want to have an event, and so that's what we're going to do tonight.
Okay, thank you for that correction.
So what I'd like to do first of all is explain how this is going to happen. We did a coin toss at the beginning. And the way it's going to be happening here is Kathleen Donovan is going to be making her 2-minute opening statement.
She goes first. Oh, I'm going to go first. Yeah. Right.
And Jim is going to be making his after Kathy makes hers. Okay? And then we're going to have a series of questions, and the first group of questions is going to be from the League of Women Voters. And there are 4 of those questions, and each candidate are going to be asked the same question throughout this entire debate. You're going to hear first one candidate ask, then the other one answer, and then I'll alternate between them so, it's fair. The third group of questions will be coming from, the second group of questions will be coming from you, from the audience. The timekeepers, who are sitting right here, Jim right here, Kathy right there. Okay, when there are 30 seconds left, no matter what's going on, when there are 30 seconds left, they're going to hold up this yellow caution sign so that you'll know that you have 30 seconds to get it wrapped up. If at the end of that time you don't stop, then the stop sign will come up. I will never interrupt you in mid-sentence unless it's a run-on sentence that lasts for like 2 minutes. But I'll let you finish, your thought out, and then I'll ask you politely to stop if you go over. Okay. The other thing is, I want to make it clear that if you need me to repeat a question, please just say, "Would you repeat the question?" And I will, because you might need me to do that for you. Okay. I think that's really about it. Just let me tell you a little bit about it. We're nonpartisan, which means that we don't endorse candidates or political parties. We don't support them. We're fair, we're open. We love membership of men and women. We do a lot of work. We do voter service activities. We do advocacy work. And we also have, and at the end of this, I'll let you explain it. We have what we call a ballot analysis, because when you go to the polls, you're going to see 2 questions this time, and sometimes it sounds like Greek. Well, what the League does is we interpret it for you and analyze it. If you vote yes, this is what it means. If you vote no, this is what it means.
Can you switch systems? Nobody can hear you in the back.
I can't.
There's 2 systems.
Unless someone can do something, I really can't do it.
It was working, and then make sure you're up to right. You're going to switch it. John, yes.
That
understand. So thank you for letting us know. They turned off one light to try and get this one to work. This one isn't working, so now I'm back to another system. And if I haven't introduced myself, I apologize. My name is Minna Greenberg, and I am the president of the League of Women Voters in Bergen County.
Okay, how is that? That's great. Okay? Better? Good. Excellent. Okay, so at the end, if you want to have an idea of what those ballot questions mean, Minna, are they outside?
I have some copies.
Okay, we have copies for you later if you want to. But now, without further ado, what I'd like to do right now is introduce Kathleen Donovan, who will give her 2-minute opening statement. And please hold your applause for both candidates until the end of the event. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you. If you can, yes.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Kathy Donovan. I'm running for my re-election as County Executive. 4 years ago, when I ran, I made 4 promises to you. I'd audit every department of county government, look for waste everywhere I found it. We would hold taxes flat the first year, and the next 2, 3, and 4 years, if we needed to raise them, they'd be below the rate of inflation. And I'm pleased to tell you I kept every single promise I made. A lot of people get elected and forget what they said. I didn't. I kept every single promise. We found $1.3 million in unpaid bills that were due the county. We have cut waste. We have eliminated hundreds of take-home cars. People were getting free cars, free insurance, free gas, but all of us were paying for it. We cut our cell phone in half after the first month. All my staff pays their own cell phones for their own cell phone bills, unless it's police or fire or somebody who needs a separate number. We have formed energy consortiums which have saved over $1 million. Now that didn't cost a penny, and that's part of the theme that I'll be talking about, shared services, what we've done in the last 4 years. But the energy consortium which we formed has saved us $600,000 in gas and electric bills and $400,000 in municipalities that joined us, again, for free to join, but enormous savings to taxpayers. The first 2 budgets that I had were less than the year before, first time that it ever happened in county government. 2 years of budgets less than the year before. My budget this year is still $6 million less than what was left for me when I got here 4 years ago. We've had 4 years of cleaning up our government, getting our county on the right path. There's much more that we need to do, much more that we can do going forward, working together. I look forward over the next hour or so talking with all of you and explaining what's going to happen in the years to come and what's happened in the first 4 years of my administration. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the People's House. It's great to be here with you tonight. I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters for putting this forum together. I look forward to a lively debate. On November 4th, the voters will make a decision about who will lead our county. My vision is one of ideas and improvement, while my opponent presents only attacks and blame. I have a plan for Bergen County. I want to improve economic growth. My plan will revitalize Bergen County through incubating startups and encouraging existing businesses to stay. The county executive has no plan for the economic growth. My education plan calls for restoring cuts to Bergen Community College, our technical schools, and our special service school district. I plan to expand internship and apprenticeship programs and to provide free tutoring and access to the internet for the students that need them at no cost to the taxpayers. My opponent has released no plan for education, one of the most important things we can do for our young people. I have a plan to help our veterans. I will restore the drastic cuts made to the Department of Veteran Services so that it can once again be fully staffed, including a new veterans advocate who will assist our servicemen and women. I'm also proud to announce tonight that I have a plan Working with Senators Menendez and Booker, as well as Congressman Pascarell, I plan to convert part of Bergen Regional Medical Center into the VA hospital. Our veterans currently have to travel all the way to East Orange and wait for hours for medical services. As a freeholder, I have continued to vigorously work towards achieving what you elected me for. I am extremely proud. My first vote as a freeholder in this very room was to strengthen our pay-to-play ordinance. I also was proud to deliver a zero tax increase for 2014 budget. These are real accomplishments which have made differences in people's lives. Thank you. I look forward to answering your questions tonight.
Thank you, Jim. Okay, the first set of questions are questions posed by the League of Women Voters to the candidates. And you will have 2 minutes to answer each question. And the first question goes to Kathy. Bergen is the only county in New Jersey with 70 municipalities, some of which are very small, excluding those county responsibilities mandated by the state. In your view, what is the most important role of county government as it relates to the municipalities? And please explain your answer.
Bergen County government, as well as any county government, is not only, it's in some ways filling in the gaps of what municipalities cannot do or should not be doing. You have 70 municipalities, and we need to start having them share services. Our taxes, our property taxes are too high, as you all know, and I could cut them by a third if we could begin to get municipalities to work together to share services, and they are. The county has worked with us in a number of things, and I'm leaning over to show you something here. This Bergen County Shared Services and Purchasing Cooperative, with all the municipalities have that, we had this produced sometime earlier this year when we had a meeting. We brought everybody in because that's one of the roles of county government, to act as a shared service coordinator for the towns. We brought them all together. We have a list of some of the shared services that the county does, but we also have said over and over in the last 4 years, we can share anything that the towns want to do. So one of the things that you need to do is bring the mayors and council in and get them to understand that we can offer services that they may not be able to do, sometimes at a lower cost and for better for their citizens. And the county, as you will notice, has done a lot of things. We now have health officers in a lot of the towns. We are working with DPWs to share equipment. We are doing the kinds of real common sense things that people need to do when you need to lower taxes, when you need to make life better for the citizens who live here in Bergen County.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
In regards to shared services, one of the biggest and the most profitable from a standpoint of saving tax dollars for all of you would be to realign the county police into the county sheriff's department. Yet the county executive continues to thwart that effort. But the freeholders, the majority of the freeholders, know that that is in the best interest of the taxpayers of Bergen County. It's pretty hypocritical of the county executive to talk about sharing services when the biggest shared service that we could accomplish here in Bergen County and improve law enforcement for the people of Bergen County, she has fought every step of the way. So if you're going to talk about doing it, you should do it. But that's not what happened. But let me tell you what I did in Paramus. As the mayor of Paramus, I did shared services. We had shared services with many municipalities around Paramus that we offered sanitation services to and recycling collection to. We did traffic maintenance. We shared shade tree services. You have to want to do it. Yes, there are duplications of service, and we must eliminate those duplicated services. But at the end of the day, we all know that working together, is in the best interest of everybody. But you have to want to work together. And the county executive has shown that she doesn't want to work together. And that's an example of the realignment of the Bergen County Police into the Sheriff's Department. If we want to do it, we want to save money, let's do it.
Thank you, Jim. All right, the next question, Jim, is for you. During the next term of the as county executive, the 19-year contract for the management of Bergen Regional Medical Center, which formerly known as Bergen Pines, it will expire. Can you assure us that that institution will continue to provide vital services to our most vulnerable citizens? And will medical professionals have a role in planning its future? Will there be public hearings early in the process? And would you consider sale of the hospital? Under any circumstances, please explain.
No, I will not sell the hospital. I don't believe that hospital should be sold. I don't think the discussion on selling the hospital should be taking place. That facility is the safety net for the people who need it most in Bergen County. In my opening remarks, I told you what I have for a vision of Bergen Regional Medical Center. It's revitalizing that center. It's taking a part of that hospital, working with our federal legislators to convert that into part of the VA, so that the men and women in Bergen County and northern New Jersey have another place to go to get service. Yes, we have a sprinkling of self-service and small facilities for the veterans to go to. But if they need real care, if they need doctors and things like that, they have to go to East Orange. It's my plan to take part of Bergen Regional Medical Center, make it into a VA hospital so those men and women can get the care they need. The other part is to revitalize that hospital. To have a third-party operator operate it so that it works for the people, not for the people that own the contract. That's the problem today. The people that own the contract, they're the ones that are making the money. They're not taking care of the people who need the care. So what we need to do is we need to have an open and honest process, and I commit to that. I commit to keeping that owned by the county, but run by professionals in the healthcare. I will bring healthcare professionals in along with the union and all of the people that are stakeholders in that facility, and I will have them work with me and the committee to make sure that Bergen Regional Medical Center continues to provide the services that it should for the most needy and the people who would need it the most. Thank you.
A lot of things have changed in medical delivery of services in the last 17 years. And in 2017, when the contract for this current situation at Bergen Regional Medical Center expires, we're going to need to do a lot of thinking about what we do in that. The first thing you have to do is protect the people who need it the most, and you've got to protect the people who work there.